Police Chief Ron Thomas says as long as the pro-Palestinian protests at the Auraria campus remain peaceful, he sees no need to send in his officers.
Denver 7's Claire Lavazorio explains what's behind that decision.
1 week ago today, 45 demonstrators were arrested on this quad. A majority of those trespassing arrests carried out by campus police. Now, Denver's police chief saying a similar raid by his department likely won't happen again. Metropolitan State University student Lucia Feast is showing us her tent, where she sleeps each night on the Tivoli Quad. She was one of 45 arrested when police came in to clear the student encampment on Auraria's campus.
Their force could be used on me, and that was the scariest thing.
That fear remains 1 week later as about a dozen pro-Israel counter-protesters seen here in blue and white walk the perimeter of the camp.
We're always going to be vigilant.
Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas admitting to members of the Citizen Oversight Board that last Friday's sweep didn't go as planned.
My thought in mind was that it would result in a small number of arrests, if any. Ultimately, that didn't turn out to be the case.
Thomas explaining the objective was for Auraria campus to remove the tents once protesters were taken into custody. Those tents instead were left there.
As you might imagine, they just came and re-erected the tents, and we were back at square one.
At that point, he says Denver police officers were asked to come back to shut it down a second time, which he refused to do.
We absolutely aren't going to just go in and sweep out this peaceful protest just because they're occupying a space on your campus that you'd like to use for something else right now.
Thomas said there were no injuries to report that day. Some protesters tell a different story.
I witnessed them firsthand. There was someone who I witnessed thrown right onto the pavement, hit the back of their head.
Auraria campus did not respond to the chief's refusal to intervene, but did send Denver 7 this statement. Members of Auraria Higher Education Executives Council met again today with student protesters to maintain an open dialogue and find a peaceful path forward. Denver police says it's up to the city attorney's office if the pending charges against those arrested will be dropped. On Auraria's campus, I'm Claire Lavazorio for Denver 7.